In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to set a clip in Inkscape, which is essentially the process of masking an object into a specific shape. This is incredibly useful for graphic designers, digital artists, and anyone looking to create clean, professional layouts without deleting parts of their artwork permanently. Whether you are coming from CorelDRAW and looking for the powerclip equivalent, or you are a total beginner, mastering the clipping tool is essential for your workflow. If this video helps you out, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more Inkscape tutorials. Alright, let's get started. To begin, we need to do a little bit of setup. First, open Inkscape and place the image or object you want to be clipped onto your canvas. This is what we call the content. Next, you need a shape that will act as your container. This is technically called the clipping path. Place your container shape directly on top of your content. This part is crucial because Inkscape follows a very specific rule. The object on top will always be the one used as the clipping path. Ensure that your container shape is a path or a basic shape like a circle or a rectangle. Now, let's look at method 1, which is the standard way to set a clip using keyboard shortcuts to save you time. Use the selection tool, which you can activate by pressing S on your keyboard, and drag a box to select both the content and the container shape simultaneously. Once both are selected, simply press Ctrl+M. Instantly, you will see the result. The content is now hidden everywhere except within the boundaries of the top shape. If you need to undo this, we move to method 2, which is how to release a clip. If you decide you want to change your shape or edit the original image, select the clipped object and press Alt+M. This will separate the container shape and the original content back into two distinct objects, allowing you to move them freely again. For those who prefer using the mouse and menu bars, let's go over method 3. Select both of your objects again using the selection tool. Then, navigate to the top menu and click on Object, then scroll down to Clip, and finally select Set Clip. This achieves the exact same result as the shortcut, but is good to know if you forget the keys. There is some important information you need to keep in mind while working. First is the top object rule. Inkscape always uses the topmost object in the Z order as the clipping path. If your content disappears entirely after you set the clip, it likely means your container was actually underneath the content. To fix this, just select your shape and use the Home key or the Raise to Top button before clipping. One of the best parts about Inkscape is that clipping is non-destructive. This means it doesn't delete the parts of the image outside the shape, it only hides them. You can even move the content inside the clip without releasing it. To do this, select the clipped object and use the node tool by pressing N, or in newer versions of Inkscape, you can simply double-click the object to enter the clip group and move things around. Finally, you should know about group clipping. If you have a complex scene with multiple objects, you don't have to clip them one by one. Select all those objects and press Ctrl+G to group them first. Then, select your container shape and press Ctrl+M to clip the entire group at once. This is a massive time saver for complex compositions. Understanding these workflows will significantly speed up your production time and help you create professional vector art that stays editable throughout the entire design process. Whether you are creating social media graphics, UI elements, or complex illustrations, the clip tool is your best friend. To recap, your essential shortcuts are S for the selection tool, Ctrl+M to set clip, Alt+M to release, and Ctrl+G to group. And that's it. You have successfully mastered clipping in Inkscape. If this video helped you out, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. See you in the next one.